Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm your boy Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Today I want to talk about your cell phone and the information that you create with it that gets sold on the worldwide market. I'm sure we've all heard about this stuff. I don't quite like how the media has been a little bit disingenuous with it, about who's using it and about where it comes from. One main thing everybody needs to know up front is between the two of them, Android is way worse for collecting your data than Apple is. But that's for a very fundamental reason. Androids were made by Google, or at least Google purchased the Android, built off the system, gave it out for free. Google makes its money off of analytics, information learning, and sells that off to other companies. But there are more companies out there that have less scrutiny than Google, that would do more evil things than Google. And I was just hearing about one. I forget the name of it, but ultimately it was used to sell information to governments, private and military. Military? Really? Military. Anyways, military used information collected by this group to figure out a certain base within Russia. The people that went into the base, basically set a geofence around it, it seems. People that went in the base, the people in the town where they vacationed, what they were doing, did they go to Moscow? And it's really interesting that the military would finally be into this information. This information is getting used by more and more people. More and more corporations are figuring out how to use your information for better things, and that's analytics, that's machine learning, that's just how it goes. It'll happen eventually. If we could have done this 50 years ago, we absolutely would have. But man, it just blows me away. It just really blows me away what people can do for a little bit of information. I remember hearing scammers, all they wanted was information, and they could use that information for different things. And information is power, right? But man, selling information about your location to the military, that just blows my mind, folks. But it had to happen. But once again, remember, Android's a lot worse for this kind of stuff. Androids are cheaper than Apple. A lot of times the hardware, Louis Rossman might not agree with me on this, but a lot of times the hardware just isn't there compared to an iPhone. Not with all of them, of course, but let's face it, Apples are more expensive. You kind of have to pay a little bit of tax to get the whole Apple thing. But Apple saves your information. When I say that, I mean it'll warn you if an app is trying to use your information while you're not using it. It asks you up front, and they can get away with fewer things on the Apple operating system, on the iOS, but they never tell you about that so much. They never tell you about that. And if you're getting a free app, there's a reason why it's free. Remember that. So your information is going out there. It's more valuable than ever before. And Android is worse for distributing your data than Apple. You got to be careful. You got to have, you got to do your due diligence to make sure that this stuff keeps working the way it's supposed to, and that you only give them the information that you want. But for the most part, I don't think anyone cares too much. I don't think anyone cares too much. But that's just the information we all got to know. Anyways, that's it for me. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Have a good one, folks, and take care of each other.